Hello and welcome. How is it going with you today? We believe everything has been so fine with you, and we're going to make it even better for you today. Today is a special day. You know why? Because you are a special person, and we're here to make you even more special with the very, very fantastic items we have in store for you this morning on the delivery line on the show, Daybreak. My name is Michael Nath, and of course I've got with me,
Hello, Michael. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Margaret.
You look dashing.
Hey. Look at him blushing.
Yeah, you look dashing. Good morning.
All right, good man. So,
Of course. It's been
got?
like, as much as I don't want to say as usual, but then as usual, it's a breakfast show. It's a show that involves politics, sports, lifestyle, entertainment. Depends on the day it falls on. Today is Wednesday, so we'll have the news updates and to the paper review. Our topic for discussion today is an interesting one. We'd like you to share your thoughts on our social media platforms and let us know what you think. And then we'll move into what's buzzing in social media. Then we'll wrap up the show with our amazing quote for today. But before we go do all of that, we'll just start with the news update that says civil society groups, eminent Nigerians and opposition figures on Tuesday described the rejection of presidential aide Loretta Onoche's nomination as independent National Commissioner as a victory for democracy. They said the Senate has restored its integrity and hope in democracy. The Center for Transparency Advocacy, CTA, Coalition of Northern Groups, CNG, and Democracy Vanguard of Citizenship Civic Awareness Center, CAAC, expressed support for the action. So also was the People's Democratic Party, PDP.
Governor Bala Muhammad of Bauchi State on Tuesday accused some members of the traditional institution in the state of being compromised, thereby posing threats to the lives and property of the people. The governor made the accusation in Darazo local government area of the state while distributing some empowerment items and cash to youth and women in the area. He warned that henceforth anyone found wanting would be seriously dealt with, adding that the state government would no longer tolerate any compromise that would keep endangering the lives and property of its citizens.
Moving on, clash on Tuesday between soldiers and ticket tout at the popular Ladipo Auto spare part market in Lagos State had left an uncertain number of persons dead. While some said 3 persons were killed by the soldiers, others put the figure at 5. Many were reported injured. Now, reports said the fight ensued between soldiers of the Operation Mesa and suspected area boys said to be in charge of ticketing, which led to the soldiers shooting. Another account said personnel of the Nigerian Air Force opened fire on traders following a disagreement over an article bought from a trader. A fight ensued and the military man called for backup from his colleagues. Meanwhile, calm was restored, although broken bodies could be seen on the ground. Nigeria Air Force spokesman Air Commander Edward Gaget said the service personnel attached to the Operation Mesa were in the market in response to a distress call.
Now, there was a dramatic worsening of world hunger in 2020. A new report from the United Nations says, according to the report, much of the global hunger was likely related to the fallout of the pandemic. The report estimates around a tenth of the global population, about 811 million people, were undernourished in 2020. FAO chief economist Maximo Terrero said around 282 million people are more undernourished in Africa. In terms of the figures, 720 to 811 million people around the world faced hunger in the year 2020.
Now over to South Africa. The death toll in South Africa has risen to 72 as violence continues across the country following the jailing of former President Jacob Zuma. Crowds looting and setting alight shopping centers clashed with police in several cities on Tuesday. A day earlier, 10 people were killed in a stampede during looting at a shopping center in Soweto.
And that wraps it up on the news update this morning. Wait for it. We have a lot more coming your way. For now, we're going to take a breather. When we come back, of course, we have to bring home what's happening on the papers today. And that's when we bring you the newspapers review. Stay with us.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
If you no sabi cook the banga, no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga eforiro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
If you no sabi cook the banga, no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga eforiro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine.
You're welcome back to the show. Now this is the time for the newspaper review, and we have with us in the studio Dr. Dayo Kayode, political technocrat, and I like to refer to him as a friend of the house. Dr. Dayo, good morning.
Good morning.
You look sporty and
You
young.
look boyish.
You look boyish.
Am I not a boy?
Yes,
Yeah,
indeed.
you
Yeah, a boy. An old boy.
Good boy. In actual fact, you need to be showing some kind of behind the scene. This is a program. I think if you ask a love it. Maybe when your makeup artist was painting the face and all that.
It's time for BTS, isn't
BTS,
it?
yeah, it's going to
But this is time for reality.
Yes, you are growing.
Right. Thank you.
iBrand is growing.
Thank you, Dr. Dayo. Now we move to this day paper. The topmost part of the paper says, Emefiele, 15 trillion naira infrastructure company to take off third quarter. Public opinion prevails as Senate rejects Onoche's nomination. Page 41 of this day paper has that story. Now the screaming headline says, Buhari reviews nation state, says Nigeria lucky to remain one. And the writer saying all these politicians to respect people's right to choose their leaders, vows to end insecurity. Michael?
Yes, we've got the punch now. And at the ceiling, we've got Delta variant. Rapid spread fear rises as Nigerians abandon COVID-19 rules. Marketers TUC disagree with Senate on PIB's fuel imports. Crisis looms in APC over registered members. Consensus arrangement. And the banner headline, Buhari set to represent Onochie. PDP senator differ over rejection. Nomination viable. Buhari hasn't withdrawn confidence in her. That's coming from the presidency. Onochie not rejected because of political affiliation, says INEC committee chairman. Ruling party desperate to hang on to power by all means, alleges opposition PDP. Let me stop there.
All right, now the Nation, the top story says Senate bill proposes 10-year jail for hate speech, and the writers are saying 20 years imprisonment for ballot box snatchers in past electoral offense commission bill. It says another says punishment prescribed for electoral rules violation by voters, electoral officers, party officials, judicial officers, security personnel. Moving on, House asks Buhari to fight insurgency with mercenaries. Insecurity holding down development, says President. Governors laud Tinubu for refurbishing Arewa House Library. And then to the topmost part of the paper says 41.2 million vaccine doses coming this month. Government ups COVID-19 battle. Media bill on hold at House of Representatives. Sponsor backs down. Page 6 has the story. Nigeria lucky to remain despite challenges, says Buhari. And in Kaduna, 222 killed, 774 kidnapped in 3 months. Page 28 has the story. And finally, on the Nation, INEC job, Onoche's rejection, good for democracy. CSO, PDP, Oyebode, others hail decision. Page 28 has that story.
And bringing up the rear on this very segment is the Vanguard. Electoral offences bill. Snatch, destroy ballot boxes, papers, get to 20 years jail term. That's coming from the Senate. NPC bills have been suspended. Odebunmi. Now, why nomination of Buhari's aide, Loretta Onochie, was rejected? This coming from the Senate. Use mercenaries to fight insurgency, reps tell federal government. Ataga, stop parading Chidinma Ojukwu for social media interviews, reps tell IGP. Unilag raises alarm over COVID-19 third wave. And insecurity, Nigeria lucky to remain together despite challenges. Buhari, Kanu, Igboho. We won't allow Buhari take us back to 1984. Falana. Until you now, Dayo. Let's work with this headline from the Vanguard. Use mercenaries to fight insurgency. Reps, that's a suggestion coming from the reps, and they're referring this to the federal government. On several occasions, there had been moves, by the federal government to bring in mercenaries, but it never worked for one reason or the other. What has been the reason, and why do you think it's going to work right now? And do you, again, think the federal government will take this suggestion seriously?
You see, sometimes when people were clamoring that service chiefs should be changed, I think it was on this platform, and I was saying, look, let us change these service chiefs 1,001 times until when the president decides to change his philosophy, decides to change his direction, and decides to change his vision as regarding attacking this menace. We ain't going to get to anywhere. Now, let us break all these things down. If you say you want to bring in mercenaries, who are these people even troubling Nigerians in the first instance? Are they Nigerians? We have had situations whereby some of them were caught, and people were even saying, those that were there were saying, look, the language coming out from them is not even the full day of the Fulanis of Nigeria. The president himself said it. These are bandits who escaped from Libya, from Futujalon Island, from northern side of Nigeria. Okay? Two, Baraje mentioned. But look, during the last election, Baraje that led the new PDP to APC then, said he warned them from bringing in mercenaries. Have we forgotten? 3, this former CBN governor, you remember what he also said? Late Madam Taraba, you remember what he also said? So are you now going to bring in mercenary to come and fight mercenary? So these are issues. Again, to what extent have we been able to arrest these people? These are some of them that were captured, that were said were captured. Within 2 weeks, they said they have recalibrated them. We all saw the ceremony whereby they were wearing all white at that ceremony and then sending them back to the society. These are people that are bandits. These are people that are kidnapped. These are people that have maimed. You have not done it. I mean, you now brought them back to the society. Look at Shehu Gumi saying that government should go and be negotiating. That he is the one that will be negotiating the in-between between the bandits and the government. So that means he knows the government. I mean, he knows those bandits. Why can't we quiz in further to bring these people out? We were talking about settling of these people the other time here, and I said it's not about settling them. It is about going after them and crushing them once and for all. We have Nigerian security apparatus has the temerity to do that. If we can take in so much energy to arrest somebody from outside the country to this country, if we can use our infrastructure to quench, I mean to go and harass somebody in his house, I think in Ibadan. So why can't we also use that? Look at the old equipment that were taken to toll gate the other time to forestall the second part of toll gate action. We have all this. Neither concert is there. Who claims to be having at least 3 satellites in the orbit? What are those things doing there? Why can't we deploy all those things? Why should you now be wasting our scarce and near resources on bringing the mercenaries again? When you bring in those mercenaries, at the end of the day, they will refuse to leave Nigeria again and they become another menace.
But the soldiers, our guys there, have been doing this for quite a long time, and we don't seem to be getting any positive results. Yeah. And this change of tactics, this change of direction, could be a game changer. You don't look at it that way. Yes.
Have you forgotten that sometimes ago, the Americans were here, and they left because each time they plan, those plans are being leaked out. Who are the people leaking those things out? The South Africans were here. They also left in annoyance. Are you with me? So who is leaking those things out? Who is now fooling who here? Have you forgotten what this lady said? Amampo? Have you also forgotten what even our own Abacha at that time said? He said, any leader that cannot quench any insurgents within 24 hours, any leader that cannot quench insurgents within 24 hours should be seen as an accomplice. In this organization, if something is happening on the negative side, and your management, the top management, were not able to arrest it within a short while, then that means they know about it.
All right, we just move to the.
So we can move that one. I mean, we can use that one as an analogy for our government to tackle this this security menace.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Tayo, we have another interesting segment with him. So.
Oh sure. From insecurity now, let's move to politics. The Nigerian Senate on Tuesday rejected the nomination of Loretta Onochie as a National Commissioner of the Independent National Electoral Commission. Chairman of the committee, Kabiru Gaya, in his report said Onochie did not satisfy the provisions of the federal character principles. This move by the Senate has been applauded by some Nigerians. Reacting to the rejection, the People's Democratic Party said it is victory for Nigerians, democracy. And now we still have with us here Dayo. What's all this hullabaloo about Onochie and the national, the position of the national commissioner for INEC? And I want you also to bring into the picture the fact that even though the Senate rejected the nomination, Buhari, as the president, is still insistent, still has confidence in her. Please, over to you.
Now, I want us to first of all get two things right here. I also read in the social media yesterday that Shebi Baba Obasanjo presented late Borishade, aviation minister then, almost 5 times before he was accepted in the Senate. That so also president can still represent Onochie. But then I want to say no. Those are two different things. Ministers, they are not independent of the president because they all belong to executive council. I don't know whether you understand. They are supposed to work directly with the president. And he's supposed to use his own initiative, like he said. He can choose whoever he wants to work with him. Unlike INEC, you should look at the name, independent. Yeah. INEC is, according to our constitution, supposed to be independent of the executive. I don't know whether you understand. It's supposed to be independent of the executive, working in totality with the people. Or let me use the old political parties, because it's supposed to be an umpire for all the political parties, unlike NEC, National Executive Council, which normally comes from the winner takes all, the party. So for anybody using that of Borishade to justify this of Onochie is wrong in the first instance. That is one. 2, the president, as he even through nomination of Onoche, has it not violated the constitution is swore to uphold? As regards federal character.
Okay.
As regards stipulations of the federal character, has it not gone against that constitution? He has sworn to uphold? If that is the case, what is the Senate supposed to do? If that is the case, I'm not a lawyer. I'm only asking viewers, especially the learned fellows and the Senate. If he has violated any section of federal character within the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, what is the Senate supposed to do? So these are issues that we are even supposed to be looking at. Because now, 2023 election is coming on. The INEC is going to be the umpire. Yeah. So why are you now trying to infiltrate into the activities of INEC by sending somebody that everybody knows, even a baby of yesterday knows that Onoche is as to G of the president? Yes, yeah. Permit me to use that word, stoogie. Stoogie in terms of somebody who has 100% allegiance.
Loyalty, yes.
Allegiance to the president. So why are you nominating such a person to be part of those that will officiate the coming election that will involve your party and the opposition?
Could it be the reason why the PDP related the rejection of this nomination as victory to Nigeria's democracy? Because if you look at it, the PDP and the APC, they are opposing parties, and could it be that it actually is it a threat? Is this nomination a threat to the democracy of Nigeria, or do you think the PDP is trying to just play their own game?
It is not even yet Uhuru. It is not yet Uhuru, because it is unfortunate that we are having this kind of government in place. You can imagine now trying to pass a bill that hate speech. You go for how many years now? 10 or 20 years. How do you determine hate speech? This particular government, when they were in opposition, I can recollect so many of those things that were being said, that were being uttered against the sitting government then. I can recollect the way they even used the media, both the social media, the print media, the electronic media, against the sitting government then. We were aware the way they were using even Sahara reporters against the sitting government then. So many things that were untrue that were said. But the sitting government then did not even blink an eye. They were just watching, doing their own thing there. So what I'm saying is, this government, whether they are breaching the constitution or they are not, what they want to do is what they will do. You remember, if you read that thing that happened in Senate, there was another professor whose nomination too was stepped down because of a lot of petition against him. All right? Is that person going to be represented? I doubt it. Unlike Onoche, Onoche has what she is going to do there. And I'm pleading to the Senate. I am pleading to the Senate not to scratch the match that will put this country ablaze.
Now, the president came up with this nomination. The idea originated from the president. When you think of the fact that the president in most cases do not take such line of action, most of the times it's been people around him, but here he personally went for this lady. Even after all that has happened, the president still insists on having her there. And he still makes it clear to everybody who cares to listen that his confidence in this lady is not shaken. What is that thing the president has seen in this lady the rest of Nigerians have not been able to see?
What has he seen other than he's sending her a message to go and do in INEC? You see, sometimes the president self makes it difficult for people like us to say things that will elevate him. Yes, everybody has an ego to feed, okay? But when you are doing that, there are some things that you don't do, you know, that are very glaring, that are very open, that you don't do. You can see pick somebody who is very loyal to you, somebody who has allegiance to you, but there's so many people don't know. Do you understand? There's so many people don't know that is not in the glare of the public. Onoche is too much in the glare of the public for you to go and pick. You know? And that is why I use one particular word here the other time. I said sometimes this government will just do some things that are seemingly kakistocratic. You understand? That are seemingly kakistocratic. You don't do that. There's a government that is full of a lot of eggheads. A lot of eggheads.
I don't get that.
Learned people, exposed people,
okay.
Socialized people. People that have seen it all. Don't you consult them? And then when you even consult them, do you take the advice? There was a time, I think about 2 years ago, the president set up a team, economic team. And people were saying yes, because this guy was there, Riwani was there, a lot of, you know. I said, come on, you don't still appraise him because he has appointed some. Where are they today? Where are they today? What have they done? Definitely they will have been giving him advices. Definitely they will have been giving him a lot of proposals. Where has he taken us to? Look at our exchange rate now. If you have been listening to them, will we have been where we are today? No. And that's why I will say repeat. The Senate, to ensure that they do what we that elected there are asking them to do, by further rejecting this lady. Else, the Senate will be the one, I will advise them not to be the one that will scratch the match that will set our country ablaze.
Could it be that the president is looking at this appointment of Norita Onoche from the point of her resilience, loyalty, not necessarily loyalty to his person, because for her to be in this position, she has obviously been with him for quite a while. So could it be that the president is someone who claims to have a stand against corruption?
So what has corruption got to do with INEC?
So could it be that because of her resilience, her kind of person, so he's putting her there to correct the ills in INEC?
What are the ills in INEC that she is going to control? Is she the INEC chairman? It's not the INEC chairman. Professor Mahmood is the INEC chairman.
This is another angle I'm bringing.
Do you understand? So the issue is, even if he claimed to be fighting corruption, is Onoche going to fight corruption in INEC? What is INEC's duties and obligations to the nation? It is election umpire. So why are you now nominating somebody that everybody in the country knows that is very, very loyal to you? Why are you putting that person there? Everybody knows that yes, this person that is going there is going to do your bidding. It's just like in a football match. when a coach studies the situation and see the way the match is going, you will now call somebody, "Yeah, come, go and do this hatchet work for me." We bring out somebody and then throw that person in. I don't know. Do you understand? That is exactly what he's trying to do, because he's now looking at, okay, 2023. Yes, I don't want to take chances. Let me do this. Let me introduce this, because there are a lot of things now that we are seeing that are now being introduced into our political environment that so many people are not seeing, except those with pinhole eyes are seeing. It's just that this one is very glaring. That is why people are now talking about it. There are still some other ones going underneath, that are going underneath. And as far as Nigerians are concerned, a lot of Nigerians, a greater percentage of Nigerians, professionals, stakeholders, are saying no to Onochie. And if the Senate still believes that they are our representatives there, they should continue to reject Onochie 1,001 times.
Now,
they shouldn't equate. They should not equate what happened to late Papa Dolabori Shade to what is happening to, because they are two different things. Buhari is the head of National Executive Council, so he can bring in those that will work with him directly. He is not to have his hands in INEC, and that is why INEC is being called independent. He should allow that INEC to be independent.
What is the fate of Loretta Onochie vis-a-vis the position of the national chairman for INEC, when you consider the fact that there is a division now? This rejection is not yet total, because INEC, yes, has rejected the nomination, but there are still
INEC,
Senate, I beg your pardon. Yes, and then there are people who still appear to lay weight to Buhari's, that's the president's stand, that's still supporting the president. At the end of the day, who do you think carries the day?
Well, you cannot predict who carries the day, because each day that breaks comes with its own complexities. And to that extent, as it's coming, so also we learn to tackle it. All right? Now, Senate has rejected this. Who knows if tomorrow comes? Who knows if tomorrow comes? They might, from the back door, approve it. Okay?
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's not total yet.
Who knows? I said, and that's why I said in the beginning, I said, for Senate to have rejected Loretta, it is not Uhuru. No, because the president has said he was still going to represent her.
Yes.
So, and who knows if tomorrow comes, he might now invite the leadership principal officers of the Senate, invite them to Aso Rock for either lunch or dinner, because not today they have been having it, and then over that discuss it, rubber stamp it there, and then take it back to the Senate, and then carry the day. Who knows? But we as Nigerians, we as people that are sacrificing our lives for this country, we are saying no to Loretta, and we are also advising Senate not to be the chamber that will scratch the match that will set the country ablaze.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Dayo Kayode, for sharing your thoughts on this.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure always.
We'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yes. Fingers crossed and hope for the best as usual.
All right.
All right, that was Dr. Dayo Kayode, political technocrat, in the studio with us discussing issues surrounding the nomination of Loretta Onochie as national chairman for INEC. We'll take a short break now. Up next is sports with Jideji Chidieze. We'll be right back.
local market just make you go buy fresh palm fruits. When you reach house, you go wash, you go pound, your body go dey pain you, even your fingernails go dey pain you. But make una no worry, make una relax. I get good news for una. Una don hear of Banga fresh palm fruit extract. All you need to do na make you go for the up, open am, take the amount wey you want, put am for your pot. Which soup you wan make? Shey na egusi, shey na ogbono, shey na vegetable, shey na banga. My sister no waste time again, my brother no waste time again. Just go buy Banga fresh palm fruit extract. They go know say you sabi cook and you be better cook.
Banga, come make your food yummy yum.
Distributors needed nationwide. Phone number 081 63 974447. 08035644436 07066638213. Banga fresh palm.
Most people don't understand the magic of a perfect skin, the allure of a well-pampered skin. We bounce from skincare products to skincare products, from spa to spa. Looking for that ideal solution. I found the solution. And it's Blemiville Skincare and Spa. My name is Neil, and I'm proud to be a part of the Blemiville family.
Welcome to the sports updates. I am Jide Chichide and this is still iBrand Daybreak. Now let's talk about what's been going on in the world of sports. Let me start with the D Tigers. Yes, they played at Australia yesterday, but I'll just start off by saying what the handler of the social media accounts of the D Tigers said the result of that one yesterday was doesn't matter. That's what he called that one. Yes, it was a friendly game, an exhibition game, the third of three they've played so far, and unfortunately it didn't go down well for the D Tigers. They won against the United States. They also won that one against Argentina, the world number 1 and world number 4, and yesterday night they took on Australia. Sadly it didn't end well for them. Ended a huge defeat for them, 130 to 87. That's how that one, to 71. That's how that one panned out yesterday. Sadly for the D Tigers, but they say the result of this one doesn't matter. 108 to 69. Actually, that's how it panned out. And like they say, it doesn't matter right now. The point is that they would be going into the Olympic Games. And that's where their major focus is right now. Yes, that's what it's going to be looking like for the D Tigers. They will be taking on Australia, they will be taking on Germany, and will be taking on Italy when they head to the Olympics that will be starting in less than 2 weeks from now. Kudos to the D Tigers. We saw how they did well against the United States and Argentina. We hope they can bring in that form when they take on Australia, Germany, and Italy. Now let me move on and also still on the D Tigers. Yesterday we saw the D Tigress right there. Watch them play Australia. That defeat against Australia, and the D Tigress were there. The two teams qualified for the Olympic Games. They would all be heading to Tokyo in barely some days away from now. They would all be heading to Tokyo. And so it was also interesting to see that the D Tigers paid tribute to the late Nigerian musician who passed on some days ago, Sound Sultan. They wore t-shirts saying RIP Sound Sultan, and it's nice to see that they gave honor to that man who not just loved music but also loved basketball. Well, let me move on from that and talk about Arsenal. The preseason is starting, and Arsenal yet again, just being Arsenal, you could say that. Yes, yesterday they played in a friendly game in Edinburgh, and they ended on a defeat for them. 2-1 that one ended, and we saw very horrendous goal Arsenal considered yesterday. And many people are saying the season have not started, and Arsenal, you've started again. Well, Arsenal fans, I can tell you, it's going to be a very, very, very long season. 2-1 that one ended. They have another friendly game today. We'll keep our eyes locked on that one. Well, let me move on from that one and talk about the one that involves the champions of Europe and the champions of South America. Yes, Italy and Argentina. A friendly game is expected to be going down in honor of the legendary Diego Armando Felice Maradona. That one ended. He passed on earlier on, and Argentina, that is his home country, won the Copa America. And of course, Italy, where he spent a lot of his playing career playing for Napoli, they won the Euros Championship, and the two federations, the two continental federations, are saying we would love to have a game in honor of Maradona. Let's see how that one pans out. Argentina versus Italy. I just cannot wait for that one. Okay, let me end off with this one game. The season is about to begin, and teams have been releasing their jerseys. So far, so good. Margaret, let me end with this one. Inter Milan and AS Roma, two jerseys, one all blue, one all red. Margaret, what would be your pick? This one by Inter Milan, so much of a beauty, if you ask me, sparkly blue. Or would you rather have someone give you this jersey by AS Roma, wonderful red, wine-colored red jersey? Which would be your pick, Margaret?
Well, because red is very rampant. I used to like red a lot before now. But then looking at the other jersey, it's beautiful. It has that's the blue one. It has, I don't know if it's like something like velvet or something. I don't know what that is, but it's beautiful and sparkling. I can imagine wearing a black jean on that, sneakers on that. And please, if you're trying to gift me a shirt like that, just write behind Spanish Margarita.
Okay, you guys have had Margaret. If you're gonna give her any of those in short.
No, the blue one.
Okay. She said the blue one. So Margaret, I think we should be looking out for how
Spanish
we get
Margarita
the Inter Milan jersey with Spanish Margarita at the back of it. It's all yours now.
All right, thank you so much, Jidechi. I said again, in case you're planning on gifting this beauty here, a beautiful jersey, that jersey, just right behind Spanish Margarita, and I will appreciate it. I will keep it in my archive and keep you in my heart. So thank you so much, Jidechi, for that news sports update. We'll delve right into what's buzzing in social media, now. There's a battle of food now, the food war, Michael.
Let's hear it.
They're asking, what's your favorite swallow? Akpu, which is fufu. Some people call it loi loi. We have semovita, semo, wheat, pounded yam, eba, or amala. And I'll be asking to all of that. Blessing Vitalis says, my favorite depends on the soup. If soup has a particular swallow to enable it go down. Okay, Chuku said, Akpu, if I enter US today and I didn't see where to eat fufu, I will deport myself back to Nigeria. I can't come and be eating grass like goats. Akpu is P. Joy Lynn said, Loi Loi Utara, popularly known as Akpu. Someone else said all of the above. Then Olakpade said, black and elastic amala. Like, imagine the elastic, when you're drawing it and it's like a rubber band. Now, that's what he wants. That's what he prefers. Chi Queen said, the way Nigeria been now, I don't think I get any favorite swallow. Anyone where I see, I swallow like that, and thank God for that day. Chijioke said, and you forgot to add starch to the list. After Akpu, give me my usi. That's starch with correct owo soup, garnished with clean tiko from Maiduguri. Someone else said, I love all. I'm a foodie. My soup decides to swallow. I love Akpu for oha. Amala for ewedu or ogbono. I love my white soup with pounded yam, my eba with okra. My semo with afang or egusi. Yes, I love them all. Then Feda said, life would be incomplete without Akpu. Linda said, pounded yam all the way. Michael, somehow I agree with Uju Densi, who said it depends on the soup. And she mentioned Akpu with oha soup. That's big. Amala and ewedu. I can't imagine eating amala. And now it's egusi soup with amala. Like, it doesn't go, White soup. Actually, I love my white soup with pounded yam. Not poundo yam. That pounded yam that they pound, where you could feel the yam, Oh my goodness. Then afang soup, well, semo with afang goes, eba with afang goes, fufu with afang goes. Don't mind me, I know all of these things. I grew up in a food environment, so it's normal to know all of these things. So, For you, I know it's fufu you like.
In fact, it makes my mouth go watery.
In fact, I've not had breakfast this morning anyway, so.
I think it's going to happen, right? Okay, we keep that out until after this show. Unfortunately, my favorite is missing in that list.
What could be?
That's the expected question. It's not. Unripe plantain.
Flour. Oh my
Unripe
goodness.
plantain. That's my favorite.
Oh, unripe plantain flour. Yeah.
Unripe. Wow. Have you tried it before?
Of course, Paliago unripe plantain flour is like the best unripe plantain flour in Nigeria, in Africa. I think given the world, because why didn't they add? We should query those people, but for not adding unripe Paliago unripe plantain flour. But you should try Paliago unripe plantain flour. It's Michael's favorite. I think it's all my favorite. Don't mind me. I was lying when I said it was. It was actually fufu.
You didn't remember
I tried
it or something?
I realized that fufu is nowhere close.
It's too heavy.
And it has to be for
Fufu
Paliago.
is good, but
actually.
it's heavy.
Yeah.
Too heavy. But the unripe plantain stuff, very light, and the way the thing goes down the esophagus. Wow.
Michael, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry too.
Let's quickly wrap up the show so we'll go straight to the canteen to have something to eat.
Wow.
I didn't say I was going to buy something.
That's the most beautiful thing I've heard today.
We will go and buy.
No problem.
Or get.
Definitely.
You and I will get.
I like that.
And you get for me.
Don't ask us the way it's going to come, but at the end of the day, we're going to have it. That's the most important thing.
Yes. Okay, so we have to wrap up the show now because we are hungry after reading or listening to some salivating talks about food. Now, we'll wrap up the show with this wonderful quote from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. Now, quite a long name. Now, he said, knowing is not enough. We must apply. Willing is not enough. We must do. Take that again. Knowing is not enough. You must apply. Willing is not enough. You must do. So let us quotes lead you through the day, the week, and as long as you are available on earth, it's very important. But join us again tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. We are getting into the weekend, and I'm so excited. And tomorrow is an interesting one with an interesting personality. You do not.
Don't tell them yet.
Of course, I won't let that out of the bag.
Yeah, please don't.
All right, then. Tomorrow, again, will be on your screens at 9 a.m. on the dot. And if you missed this segment, 1 p.m., there'll be a repeat segment for you. Join us again tomorrow. My name is Margaret Opara.
Michael Nath here. Thank you very much for being part of it all.